Jeffrey Santiago.
Good morning to all of you. Once again, my name is Jeffrey Santiago, and today I want to talk about something that in 2001 really touched me. In 2001, I was let go. I was unemployed. And I still remember because it touched the deepest part of my heart. I remember September 30th, 2001, 1 o'clock, Lucent Technologies office in Miami. And my boss, Mike, called me. And I can feel that something wasn't right because his voice, he was trembling. And he told me, Jeffrey, I need to let you go. At that very moment, I didn't know if I'm going to cry, I'm going to be upset, why me? What I did was, took my bag, left the office, and I drove home to see my mom. As a matter of fact, my dad was coming from Puerto Rico to visit me. And when they opened the door and saw me, that I was so devastated. I'm not single anymore. I'm married, and I have a baby. And this situation turned my life apart. That still touched me. Last week in PepsiCo, they let go 3,300 employees. And one of my good friends was let go. And that brings me memories, because I remember what I went through. And this is not a time to start feeling sorry about you. You need to be focused. You need to create a plan. And you need to say, okay, I need to provide for my family. What am I going to do? This is what I did. I went to the employment office. And I tried to collect, unemployment. I went and tried to apply for food stamps. Because I have a wife and I have a baby. They had to eat. And Christian at that time, he's not going to ask me, Daddy, do you have money? He was screaming. I went to every single government agency to get whatever I could. But at the same time, I need to create a plan to find a job. I need to be focused. And I need to realize that I need to get a job to survive. And during this time, you felt like you're not smart enough. That, in my case, I felt, well, maybe I don't speak English well, because English is not my first language. What am I doing here? I should go back to Puerto Rico and live in my simple life that I used to have. Why I did this? I didn't go through this in Puerto Rico. My family was probably there to support me. I didn't have to work for anything. But I was in the States. And it was a very difficult time. But I had a plan. And my plan was, I need to find a job, and I need to get focused. And I have 6 steps that really helped me during this time. Number 1, I had to determine my professional objective. What am I going to do? Do I want to be unemployed and live from the government? Or do I want to find a job? I need to create a strategy. I need to do something. I need to talk to people. I need to apply for jobs. So I create my business objective. This is what I want to do. And then I need to create a good communication strategy. How I'm going to communicate that I am unemployed and I need to get job. I need to find a job. How am I going to create an effective resume? There's a lot of ways. You need to get in touch with friends, people that you can show your resume, people that they might be in the industry, in human resources, that they see so many resumes. They can tailor your resume in a way that they can put your resume in an effective way. You need to define your target, where you're going to find a job, which industry. You want to work in the consumer industry, you want to work in the food service industry, you want to go to the air conditioning industry, or you're going to work in the retail industry. You need to decide where you want to target, which company you're going to target. You got to put together a list and define that target. And then after you define that, you need to gather information about that target. Because you might want to work in the retail industry, but guess what? They're letting go a lot of people in that industry. So why are you wasting your time on that? You need to move toward where you can find a good, that good opportunity. And after that, you need to consider if you need to change your target and change to a different type of industry. And once you get that information, you need to get your message out. You need to communicate that you are looking for a job. Something that I did a lot of research, and I looked for all the headhunters in South Florida and sent emails to them so that they know that I was looking for a job. And you need to remember, and this is to conclude, you need to remember that looking for a job is a job. It's an 8 to 5 job, and you need to be focused. I used to put my desk was inside a closet so that my wife can bother me for 8 hours, because that was my job. And last but not least, never give up. Never give up. Took me 13 months to find a job, but took me 3 years to find the job that I was comfortable. Thank you very much.